Hey guys, Chris here. So today we're going to get into the O's. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter video, but it just seems like the right way to break it up to keep the next set of letters roughly the same. But to start it off, we got Nostalgia Ultra by the Frank Ocean. Yeah. The record store that I used to work at has some sort of deal where they get like all these really sick bootlegs. They sell them at a crazy high price, so unless you like really want the album, I wouldn't say that they're necessarily worth it, because there's also like a lot of issues that you run into. Like this one, the sleeve is actually like it's like slightly too small, so like the record itself doesn't fit in it all the way. But you know, and I've also had some people have the issue where like some of it just sounds bad, or perhaps skips when they get it. I haven't had that issue, luckily, though. But Channel Orange, and all of my Frank records that I will be showing you are going to be those bootlegs. Purely because he does have some official releases, but they were limited drops specifically on his website. And, you know, I just missed them. So I don't have any official Frank records. They're very hard to come by, but I mean, these look great and sound great. So I haven't had the issue of running into poor quality bootlegs, luckily. But Endless, you know, I should probably comment a little bit about these now that I've spent all this time talking about the bootlegs. And I'm fairly certain these are all unclear. But, you know, Channel Orange is a great record. I would recommend listening to it if you haven't. And then if you enjoy Frank Ocean, I would recommend checking out the Dissect podcast. They do Frank Ocean and really do an amazing deep dive into how great all of his music is. And they spend a lot more time, than I will explaining it here. Blonde, oh man, when this album came out, I still lived in Ames, Iowa, and I would just smoke a bunch of weed and then just like get on my bike, throw it on the headphones, and then just like rip the bike path that's in the middle of Ames. Like I would just run through it, you know, and just listen to the album all the way through. It was a great time. And then these are like this is like a comp of Frank Ocean songs that are sort of like hard to come by, with like some live songs mixed in. But like, you know, this has like the Django Unchained song that he did. It has Analog 2 with Sid the Kid and Tyler the Creator from the Odd Future Mixtape 2. Yeah, it has White from the Odd Future Mixtape 2 as well, which are both just like really, really great songs that I would recommend listening to if you haven't. I believe this is also just unclear. Yeah, and yet again, like, I honestly can't recommend buying these bootlegs unless you really want them, because they are, like, fairly expensive. But, you know, sometimes they're really worth it. Like, I actually really enjoy a lot of the stuff that I've gotten from these. Yeah, like, this one has, like, the reference track that he did for Let Me, because he wrote that song. And like the Thinking About You remix featuring Twista. Yeah, like these have some really cool things on them. But yet again, like, I only got them because I got that discount. So I could, you know, take that risk. All right, so now on to a new band. This is the OCs. You know, I don't really listen to the OCs that much, but I think this is the one that has. I think this has a song like "Toe Cutter" or something. It's a banger. And the whole album's pretty good. It's a nice like garage rock like vibe, you know. Then we got some fucking classic Opeth. Opeth were one of the first metal bands that I got into when I was a kid. I got the song Grand Conjuration on a mixtape when I was younger. And it really, like, I just loved how dynamic it is. This is on clear, but like you can't really see. It's like dark gray clear with like black throughout it. But yeah, just a really great just northern or Nordic metal band. A lot of elements of black metal folded in, you know. Yeah, 100% worth checking out, at least the song The Grand Conjuration. Then we got The Orwells, Remember When. These are just some, you know, some fucking fibs. Some, you know, little high schoolers from Chicago that linked up with Fiddlar, is how I heard about them. And yeah, this, you know, like this first album is not my favorite of theirs, but it does have the song Mallrats, which is really good. I really, I think that this album is probably their best album. This is Disgraceland. It was their second album. Also on clear. I swear, this entire all of my O records are clear, essentially. But yeah, just like another like garage rock, sort of like that 60s era of like rock sound, sort of revival almost. But then we got Outkast. Yeah, this was, you know, like, I got the two Outkast records that I got at the same time. Someone just returned them to the shop, so I could get them half off. So I did. And honestly, like, I've never done a deep dive into Outkast. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna try to front. I like both of these records, and I love everything that I've ever heard from at least Andre 3000. Big Boy, you know, it's been really hit or miss with me. He has some songs that I think he just bodies, you know, like, you know, just a bunch of songs, but he does also have a lot of songs that I'm not super into, you know, so it's always been a hit or miss. But, you know, he is a GOAT, you know, whether I say he is or not, you know. But yeah, you know, that'll be it for the O's. Come back next week and we're gonna do, you know, the next letters. I'll probably mix some together for next week, you know, just to keep the video around the same length. But that's it. You know, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on out in the world today. You know, at the time of recording this, I believe Mike Pence just said that he will not do the 25th Amendment. So, you know, we'll see what happens. You know, keep your eyes and ears open to what's going on in the world. But with that, Black Lives Matter, lives of Indigenous people matter, trans lives matter, and just remember to, you know, keep on fighting the good fight. And that's it, and I'll see you later.